Okay, the first question will be just to like warm up. Write a percent as a decimal and find a percent notation for a fraction. So you take a calculator and, okay, you don't need a calculator for the first part. Write a percent as a decimal. You know that decimal will, to write it as a decimal, we need to move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So the 0.0921, and in the second example, 2 places to the left, 0.542. That's all. Find percent notation. So here we need a calculator because we first need to find this fraction in decimal form. So 8 divided by 32 will be 0.25, but we want to find percent notation, 0.25 in decimal form. In percent form, we move the decimal point 2 places to the right, 25%. Okay. So the next question, use the formula for computing future value using compound interest. So it tells us to use compound interest formula to determine the value of an account at the end of 16 years. Your principal amount is 40,000, deposit at an annual interest rate given, and the interest is compounded daily. Okay, so time is 16 years. Principal amount is 40,000. Annual interest rate, so we need it in decimal form, so 0.0525. Compounding is a daily. It means that M is 365. Okay. And we use a compound interest formula. A equals P times 1 plus R over M raised to the power MT. It may be very helpful to write on paper all your substitution so that you get at least 60% for the problem. If you would get a wrong answer, at least you will get the points for substituting correctly. 1 plus R 525 over 365. So 365 M must be in the formula twice in the denominator and here in the exponent. 365 times T, which is 16. And then I recommend to use a calculator like this. It is much easier and more convenient, especially for this chapter. So if you use a small in-hand calculator, then you first find R over M, 0.0525 divided by 365. It's a very small number, and because sometimes the calculator give it with in exponential notation, so it's multiplied by 10 to the power negative 4. Do not round it too much. So that's why the decimals is good, that it rounded for you. You don't need to think about rounding. Then raised to the power. And here I need another group of parentheses, 365 times 16. So, and after that, I multiply this. So when you use your in-hand calculator, you write down the solution on every step, and if you use a Desmos or another calculator like this, you can just input the formula and it will give you the answer directly. Okay, I will read. So on the exam, Proctorer first close all your tabs, but after that you can open the Desmos tab if you wish. And in the instruction field, there must be a link to Desmos if you don't have it on your computer in toolbar. So, and on this point, we write down the answer from the calculator and round as usual. If it tells round to the nearest cent as needed, it means you round as usual. So the next number will be 2, so we round down 0.8. And for this problem, you will have 3 blanks for thousands, 92 for dollars, 649, and for cents, 0.8. Okay. Problem 3, unpaid balance method. So unpaid balance method, we actually don't care about the dates here. We first find the finance charge based on the previous month's balance. So previous month's, or the starting balance here, 310, multiplied by the percent, 0.28, divided by 12. So we use 1/12 for time in unpaid balance method. 310 times 0.28 divided by 12. And we actually, so let us mark that is previous month, and we round to the nearest cent as usual, 7.23. And this is the answer for the first question, the finance charge based on the previous balance, 7.23. Okay, so the second question, the balance at the end of the month. You remember that in unpaid balance method, balance, we add all or subtract all the adjustments to the account. We start with the starting balance, 3.10. Don't forget to add the finance charge from the previous month, 7.23. And then the other adjustment. We have charged 115, so we add this to the balance. Made a payment, so subtract 220. Return something to the store, so the balance is reduced by 29, and then we charged 189. Okay, let us take the calculator. So 310 plus the answer from the previous step plus 115 minus 220 minus 29 and plus 189. So the balance at the end of the month is 372.23. 372.23. And the last step, the finance charge that will appear on the next month bill. So the finance charge based on this balance, it will appear on the next month bill. So 372.23 times the same RT, so 0.28 over 12. Okay, so the answer from the previous step times 0.28 divided by 12. So the finance charge is approximately $8.60. Okay, 8. After that we have 5, and we have 5. We must round up 69. 869. Okay, the second part, use the average daily method. Use the average daily method to find the balance, to find the finance charge. So, okay, in the average daily method, we care about every date. Yes. So September has 30 days. 30 days. And first we must determine for how many days was every balance and what was the balance. So the first balance was $310 and it was from September 1st to September 2nd. So it is not 3. It was September 1st, September 2nd. On September 3rd, you got a new balance. So 310 must be multiplied by 2. The next the next balance is you have charged 115. So it's 300 and let me change the color. So I'm doing the second method. Let me change the color. This. So the balance was 310 plus 115, so 425. The second balance 425, and it was for 10 minus 3, 7 days times 7. The next balance 425 minus 220, so the next balance is 205. 205 was for 13 minus 10 for 3 days. The next balance, return 29. So it is reduced by 29. 205 minus 29. Minus 29. Oh, 100. Let me take to be sure. 205 minus 29, 176. So 176 was for how many days? 22 minus 13 will be 9 days. Okay, and the last balance, 176 plus 189. 176 plus 189, 365. The last balance was 365, and the question is for how many days was this balance? Okay, so and this is the question to you. How many days? The balance $365 was the same. So and while I'm typing the possible answers, you can write down on paper the dates from 22 to 30, and you can ask if you have a question. So you can write down the dates from 22 to 30 to find out how many days, 22, 23, 24, and so on, how many days. This is the place when you usually make mistake. This method is not so difficult from the point of view of calculation, but students often make a mistake with determining the number of days with the same balance. Okay. I'm closing the poll. Please choose the answer quickly. Oh my God. I am really surprised. Okay. I am surprised by the number of students who choose the answer regular. If you regularly answer wrong, I'm starting to remove your attendance. So that's because it looks like you are not listening, just answering randomly, and it's not good. Okay, the number of days with the same balance. So the mistake can be here when you just subtract 30 minus 22. It's not good because 22 has also, on 22nd, the balance was already 365. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. So you see there are 9 days. 9 days, not 8, but 9. The student who answered 7 or 3 were too far from the correct. Okay, so times 9. So we have found all the balances. We have found for how many days those balances were. And now we just add them all together. 310 times 2 plus 425 times 7 plus 205 times 3 plus 176 times 9 plus 365 times 9. So this is the sum, and to find the average daily balance, we divide the sum by the number of the days by 30 days. And the first question asks you what is the average daily balance, and this is $302.63. So the first question, what is the average daily balance? And the second question, what is the finance charge? So the finance charge is daily balance multiplied by the interest rate, 0.28, and multiplied by the T. T for average daily balance is not 112, but 30 divided by 365. So the finance charge by this method is 6.96. We round down because after that we'll have 4. So the finance charge by average daily method is $6.96. Okay. The next problem, find the monthly payment needed to have a sinking fund accumulate the future value of 54,000. Okay, sinking fund means that we use annuity formula. Annuity formula. So what is, and we will solve it for monthly payment. That's why we'll round up, but the problem that will help you will remind you that you must round up. Okay. So the annuity formula, A equals regular payment times 1 plus R over M raised to the power MT minus 1 divided by R over M. What is given in the problem? Future value A is 54,000. Annual interest rate, lowercase r, is points. What? Okay, so no, it's not 75%. Okay, let us take 2.75%. Okay. 0.0275. Time is 20. What else do we need? Compounded monthly, so M is 12. Okay, that's all we need. And we substitute the numbers into the formula. So 54,000 goes to the left. Then we have our unknown R, and then substitute 1 plus R over M, 0.0275 over 12. We raise it to the power 12 times 20, subtract 1, and divide by 0.0275 over 12. Okay, and now let us substitute the numbers into the calculator. So I don't understand why you use a small in-hand calculator. It makes more mistakes and it's not convenient at all. I repeat that online calculator for this chapter is crucial. So 0.0275 divided by 12, especially when you have to round. So you see in this example, RM must be rounded. If you round it too short, your answer will be wrong, or at least correct in only first couple of digits. Okay, plus. But I think in this problem, you don't have to round. So there's a typo here. So I think here will be RM will be an exact number to make it a little easier. Okay, plus 1. Oops. Then we raise it to the power, and I put this power in parentheses, 12 times 30, or you multiply it separately. Then we subtract, when you raise to the power from the answer, we subtract 1. And then from this answer must be divided by R over M. And I will type the fraction again, 0.0275 divided by 12. Okay, I got the equation 54,000 on the left, R times 319.489 on the right. So the final answer will have somewhat 5-6 digits, so I keep 6 digits here. So we solve the equation for R. So suppose we have an equation 12 equals x times 5. How do you solve this equation? You divide by 5 on the left and to the right and get x equals 12 over 5. Yes? So we do the same thing here. We solve for R, so we must divide by 319 on the left and on the right. Okay. In my calculator, I can use the answer feature here. So 54,000 divided by the answer from the previous step. And I get a regular payment R equal to $169.02. So here usual rounding is rounding up, but if I would have 0.011, I will still round to 0.02 because this problem implies rounding up. Okay. One of the difficult problems and huge problem. The next one is simple one. So a borrower takes a 10-year mortgage for $35,000 at an annual interest rate 8%. Okay, we must use a table of monthly payment on a 1,000 loan to find the monthly payment for this mortgage. So the mortgage is $35,000. $35,000 means the number from the table must be multiplied by 35. That's all. So let us find the corresponding number. So we have 10 years, 8%. 8%, 10 years. The intersection is here, 12.13. So we take 12.13 and multiply by 35. 12.13 times 35,000. So 12.13 your regular payment for 1,000. So we multiply by 35 and get the regular payment for 35,000. $424.55. Find the total interest paid on the loan. Okay, so this regular payment will be paid during 10 years times 10 and during 12 months. So in times every year we pay 12 times, times 12. So in a total you will pay $50,946 instead of 35. The total interest will be this minus 35,000. Minus 35,000. So you will pay on interest 15,946. Assume that the borrower has decided to pay a down payment of $15,000. So the loan will be not 35,000. But 35 minus 15,000. So 20,000. This is the loan. And it is lower now, and assume that the new mortgage is for 3 years only, and so you will have new monthly payments. So the second loan is for 3 years. 3 years. But the percentage is the same. The interest rate is the same. It's still 8%. So yes, it's still. So since it is distributed into 3 years, that for every month for 1,000. If the loan must be paid in 3 years, for $1,000 you will pay 31.34, but this time you have to pay of only 20,000, so you multiply by 20. So the regular payment will be 31.34 times 20. 626.8, and the total interest, this regular payment will be paid every month times 12 during 3 years times 3. So the total amount of money that you will pay off will be 22,564.8 instead of 20,000. So the total minus 20,000. So the total interest paid will be very small, 2,564.8. So 3 years, 12. Okay. Okay. I hope you will show that you know how to use this table. The next question, so Hamilton apportionment method. A city consists of 4 districts with following population. Use Hamilton apportionment method to assign 22 council seats to the districts. So 22 is the number that we will apportion. So for Hamilton method, first thing that we need is the total population. Let us add the populations of the districts together. 34, 20 plus 88, 50 plus 17, 60 plus 69, 17. So that all is 21,000. 21,000. And then we use Hamilton method. Let us use it in a new way. So the standard divisor. Let us find the standard divisor for this apportionment, the total population divided by the number to assign. Let us put it in parentheses and divide by 22. So the standard divisor for this apportionment is 954.55. We don't need more than 5 digits. Okay, and now we determine every state's or every district's standard quarter. We take the population of the first district, 34, 20, and divide by the answer from the previous step. So the standard quarter, we round to the second decimal place, 3.58. We use standard rounding. So after 8, we have 2, so we round down. The second district, 8850. The standard quarter for South is 9.27. The next district, the population is 1716. The standard quarter 1.84. The next, last 6917. The standard quarter is 7.30. Okay, we use Hamilton method. We first assign integers or lower quarters, 3, 9, 1, and 7. Let us add them together. What's the sum? The sum is 20. So we have 2 extras to assign. Let us look at the decimal parts. 58, 27, 84, and 30. The largest is 84, plus 1 to east. And we need the second to assign the second one. The second greatest is 58 plus 1 for north. So the apportionment is 4, 9, 2, and 7. Okay. Huntington Hill apportionment method. Given the populations of 3 states, apportion 9 representatives to the states using Huntington Hill apportionment principle. We have already the table of Huntington Hill numbers, but there are 3 numbers missing. Let us find them. So that it gives you how to use the population. So we use it is given in thousands, I think, and we use the numbers in thousands. So the first we are Hunting Hill number for A. We take their population squared, 19.34 raised to the power 2. Oops, 2. So squared. Then we divide by the current number of representatives. 10.34 current number of representatives, which is 2 plus 2 plus 1. So we divide it by 2 and by 3. So the Huntington Hill number is 62.34. For the second state, the population is 17.92. So the Huntington Hill number will be 53.52. And for the third state, the population is 42.18. And the HH number is 296.53. Okay, now let us assign the representatives. So we need to give. Okay. So the first 3 representatives are given. We start at the first, second, and third are given. So the fourth will be assigned based on the table. The greatest Huntington Hill number is 889. So the fourth goes to C. Fifth, the next Huntington Hill number, the next greatest, is 296. So the next goes also to C. Sixth, the next Huntington Hill number, so we have 187, 160, and 148. 187 is the next greatest, so the sixth goes to A. Seventh, we have 160, 62, 148. So the 160 is the greatest, so the next goes to B. So how many we should assign? Through 9th, okay. So 8th and 9th. 8th. So we have the Huntington Hill numbers are 62, 53, 148. 148 is the next. It goes to C. Now 62, 53, 88. 88 is the largest number. So again to C. The 9th representative goes also to C. Okay, that's all with this method. It's easy to assign. So, and I think it's the last problem. I have removed the 9th problem. I have removed this problem, and for the bonus, we'll count one of the average daily unpaid balance method. This problem will weight more than 10 points and will work as a bonus, so that we'll have some extra credits for this difficult exam. Okay, and the last problem on the exam is the average constituency of more poorly represented and average unfairness. Okay, average constituency is the population divided by the number of representatives. Higher, and for Louisiana, population divided by the number of representatives. 11,689 divided by 16. 730.56. And the second one, 4,464. Oops. 4649 divided by 6. You know what should be the numbers approximately. It must be something about 700 something. So 77483. More poorly represented. Remember, the greater the constituency, the more poorly represented. So 774 is greater than 730, so Louisiana is more poorly represented. Absolute unfairness is the difference of these numbers. So 774.83 minus 730.56. So the absolute unfairness is 44.27. Relative unfairness, we take the absolute unfairness and divide by the smallest constituency, smallest. So 730.56. Okay, and it will tell you how to round. I think you must keep 4 digits. So 0, 5, oops, 0, 6, 0, 6, 0, 6. So we round as usual. After 5, we have 9 in the number, so we round up 0, 6, 0, 6. Some are unfairness, so some state unfairness is so small that we need 4 digits to show them. Please write down all your solution on paper so that I can use your shown work for grading. It is especially important for this exam because in this exam only a few students can find the correct answers and make mistakes, and a small mistake can cost you grades. So I will look through your solution for partial credits and reach out if you have some connection problems. This password issue can happen even if you had no issues with the first exam. With the second exam, it can start asking you for a password. If it happens, click on the Secure Exam Proctoring tool in the same folder with the exam, and it will solve the issue. Okay, if you cannot upload the file, you can email it to me, but please do it quickly after and better under the proctoral supervision. Watch your camera to see what it is showing. That must show you working. Your head must be always on the camera and so on. Okay, no question then. Bye bye and have a great day.